Breaking news for US citizens whose spouses are illegal. President Biden finally decided to give compensation to those illegals who are stitched directly with the legal spouses, and they were being deported to their home countries according to previous decision by USCIS. Now Biden is going to give them compensation. In first step, their deportation is going to be cancelled, and announcement is expected on the coming Tuesday in the coming week on occasion of 12th anniversary of the DACA. And President Biden, multiple sources are giving these informations that President Biden intentionally is going to increase the number of the favor to the illegals in these statements. And first favor is going to be given to the illegals of the stitched spouses. Mean that in simple words, I will say, if you are a US citizen, you are husband or wife, but you are US citizen, but your spouse is illegal and it's currently present in the US. In current laws of the US, the United States is thinking to deport all illegal individuals. Lot of pressure from the Donald Trump. Also, Donald Trump says in his statement in the debate with the Biden clearly that deport all documented individuals. I am not going to see they are linked with the legal individuals. They are linked with the legal migrants. I am not going to see they are linked with the citizens of the United States. I want all undocumented illegal individuals to be deported back to their home countries. This was the statement of the Donald Trump, and he was telling that totally I am not going to check that they had father, mother, wife, husband, US citizen or not. After this statement, one woman who was a US citizen, he came to national channel of US. He told, I am the US citizen and my husband is illegal and he is here in US, and my services, I think she was doctor, my services, how much patients I have treated, how much services I provided to the US citizen, I have complete right to settle my husband and children here in US. If my husband will be deported back, so with apology, I am not US citizen, I am sacrificing my US citizen, I am going to live with him, I please deport me as well. Such pricking words, shaking words on both sides, on both, not from the one side. I was impressed by both statement. I think there must be a balance. There must be little bit mistakes going on anywhere. On one side, US citizen is telling that I am going to shelter home. He is telling my resources, my tax paying are being used in rehabilitation process of the US illegals, and illegals are in shelter home. I am going to the shelter home and Mr. Illegals come to my home. And she started weeping in a gathering, and it was quite astonishable. You know that home, if anybody is telling about his home, that if my home is not my home, if my country is not my country, if I'm paying taxes and I'm not getting all facilities. Remember, US citizens are so much claiming these days of the facilities provided by the US government because they think their taxes, they have little bit doubt. I don't know if they are right or wrong, but they think that overall expenses are being consumed in the border security forces. And reason is the hyper which is created by the media, and I think reason which is hyper created by the political parties as well, because if you are campaigning elections, the number one issue is the illegal. There is no any illegal, there is no any issue of food, health, education and other political issues which are surrounding America inner issues, America inner some gun issues in which the some gunshots are very common, and each after 2 or 3 days CNN International is giving news that in one institute this thing happened, in one institute that thing happened. And I think first of all, leaders must think about what's happening in US. That border issue is very precious issue that must be in working on back doors and don't much highlight in the media, and do practical something to stop illegals. And this statement of Donald Trump, I don't like that. Even Donald Trump is a very amicable personality. Biden is also very tenacious personality. But telling this one, I was the first person in the YouTube which I told that Donald Trump used a word which is psychologically not good for any current president of the US. Therefore, these two personalities are respectful for not for US citizens. Throughout the world, they are amicable personalities. But saying this one, deport all undocumented individuals. My point is only one: why they entered US? Because they knew the law of the US. They knew the law of the US. They entered border in the sense they knew that when they will enter, the laws are different and they will be compensated. First of all, why not? US is going to change the laws and tell illegals, Mr. Illegals, if you will come to the US, we will not allow them to stay by this law, and you're all hard working, you are traveling through Texas by train, and your security forces were checking you, and someone were injured, someone were died, you are putting your life in danger. After, when you are successful, we are not going to give you green card, we are not going to change your status. So what will happen? That they will not come, and also they will be given a chance that you can use paperwork visa, you apply, and we are easing. In my analysis, countries are not easing process of visa applications. They must little bit easier their process of applications of the visas, so that I am astonished. One woman who was weeping in a channel which I am discussing in this clip, that my husband is illegal. My question, and in my mind question is that why that husband used illegal way to enter US if his wife was US citizen? Did you imagine in any country, for example, in Canadian national can invite a spouse very easily, no illegal, he will not become illegal. How much difficult with children he was having in traveling. I think he put his and family life in danger to meet with the wife. So I am also not favoring that woman also. That woman also should have been stopped, her husband to come by illegal way. She may have all information. Family matters definitely is not hidden. When he was traveling through Texas border, and we are watching movies and clips, people are killing in cold weather, in summer weather, and they shot down in the trains. National Geographic Channel clip in which one person traveled with them. That is heart burning. That's not that must be prohibited for the children as well. So therefore, I think there must be laws that we are going to ease the visa applications. The legal way is quite easier one. If your husband, wife is a US citizen, you must apply through channel. And now you will be also astonished why people are using illegal way, even having spouses in US. And that's very easy way for immigration, because if this is a US rule as well, if your one spouse is national, other spouse will become national automatically, and you need to be present in the US. Problem is the one: spouse visa appointments are very delaying for US visa is very different from the other visa. US immigration is a very different from other part of the, I studied all immigration, I am analyzing all immigration, I am giving news of immigration. US immigration only different because they are just relying on face-to-face interview in this global era of internet 2024, where online Skype interviews. CNN International is not sending his representative to Rwanda, to Africa, to Asian countries, just taking on Skype. Even president interviews of some countries are being taken by Skype, by online, WhatsApp, Skype. There are several apps working. You can Zoom. So why not that person, visa officer is sitting in home, he can conduct interviews. 1 year delay. I remember one person, he came to me, he was telling, my father is a US citizen and my mother and we applied for US and we are waiting for 1.5 years. Look at the family. If your father is out of your house for 1.5 years, even he get visa, then he will be fighting for a citizenship of the US for 5 years. I think little a bit unfair, but US citizens are also talking right that illegals who are coming in bulk of numbers without any type of visa, they are using their resources. Keep watching World Immigration News by Irfan. My last point, that illegals must be differentiated. The illegals who are stitched with the legals in the US must be given preference in changing status, as Biden is going to be announced on the Tuesday. But the illegals who are using weapons and they are not good for the countries, and as reports are coming, some illegals in some other people are also entering US in the form of illegals. that might be stopped. Keep watching World Immigration News by Irfan. Thank you very much.